before tonight's big game, please would you welcome into the Kingston suite to talk about the possible 90 minutes plus that you're about to see two legends of the game. Firstly, a regular in here of a match day, club ambassador, scorer of that goal and many goals down the years for the Tigers. It's Dean Windass. You all right? Good. And alongside Dean tonight, a familiar face, a former Tiger, but more famous as a former Arsenal player. Played 400 professional league games, played in 3 Premier League title-winning sides, won 4 FA Cups, scored 2 FA Cup final goals. Also played 10 times for England. In 2007, he came to the KC and ended his career here. He is the real Romford Pele. You can hear him on TalkSport in the morning alongside Alan Brazil. It was his birthday yesterday. Please put your hands together for Ray Parlour. Ray, good evening, welcome back.
Yeah,
did you find your way back okay?
I did indeed, yeah. Thanks everyone for the warm welcome. I really enjoyed my time here, as I said before. It was quite a long while ago now, 9 years ago I think it was. So that season was when Southend and Plymouth and Luton and teams like that. But, you know, I really enjoyed it and played some great players. Dean signed the same time as me. And we managed to stay out that season. And lucky enough, next season you was in the Premier League, which was absolutely different class.
Lovely stuff. So, as I mentioned before, you're properly in the media now. I saw you on the Sky Sports News couch yesterday.
Yeah.
You seem to be keeping yourself busy, which is great, isn't it? Still to be involved with football.
Well, I love football. I mean, I'm gutted I can't play, but you can't play. But the second best thing is watching it. So I'm sure Dean's the same. You know, I watch all games, whoever's playing. If I'm indoors and there's a game, and I watch it. So I just love it. I'm really looking forward tonight. I'm sure it'll be a great atmosphere here. Every time I played here as a player, the atmosphere was different class, and the away support was great. So you know, I'm pleased to be here and pleased that I can watch football every day now because it is on every day.
Now, I hate to say this, but of all the times we could be playing Arsenal, this is probably the best time we could have picked because morale seems a bit low. They haven't had a result for 4 games, and once again the fans are calling for the manager, which is unusual. It's something I find really weird because to me he's brilliant for football. I would hate to see him leave Arsenal, but they've got to start getting some results from somewhere, haven't they, Arsenal?
Yeah, it was a big result the weekend. Obviously, North London derby, getting the equaliser, down to 10 men, 2-1 down. But Wenger is a great manager, there's no doubt. But times have moved on. He is under pressure. Every single manager, if you're at top level, top 4 or 5 club, you're under pressure every single game. So he knows that, he can deal with that. But the fans demand more, obviously. Everybody's got a high expectation of Arsenal to try and win that league, to try and get further in the Champions League. Always seem to get knocked out at the same stage every single season. So he knows, you know, the pressure on him being a manager. He's trying to assemble a good squad. And, you know, he's not taking this lightly tonight. I know he's rested quite a few of the players, but they're on the bench. Sanchez, Ramsey, he knows he can bring them on if he's desperate for a goal. So, you know, he's taking this very seriously tonight, and he knows this could be the only trophy he wins this season.
Well, he does keep getting asked that, doesn't he, in press conferences. You know, do you realise that this could be now, once again, the only piece of silverware he can win this season? And he's got to keep answering that question every year now.
Well, certainly, Premier League's the one you really want. And it's been an amazing season in the Premier League to see what's happening with Leicester and the results every single week. But, you know, they've still got a chance in that. They won't give up, but I think Leicester, with 9 games to go, they've still got every chance of, you know, if they win 7, they win the league. Simple as that. So that's what Ranieri will say to his players. But that's where they want to get to. You've got to start winning trophies again, like the Premier League. FA Cup's a great trophy, there's no doubt. But the Premier League is the most consistent team throughout 38 games. So, you know, there's a lot of pressure on him. If he comes 4th this year and they don't win the FA Cup, he could be under pressure again during that summer.
Dean, we'll come to you. Ray alluded to our fortunes changing when you both seemed to arrive. What was it like playing with Ray here at the KC?
Yeah, obviously I played against Ray loads of times when he played for Arsenal, and when I was at Middlesbrough, and, you know, when he came here we clicked straight away. We stayed in the same hotel together because I was living in Leeds at the time, and he was great for the club. Bad influence on me, yeah. But it was great for the club coming in, that experience, you know, because Phil got the job to keep us in the Championship. And you know, fortunate for me and Ray that we stayed up that season. Then Ray moved on, and then, as you say, the rest is history after that. But you know, he came in the change rooms, and everybody looked at, you know, ex-Arsenal legend, you know, coming in and, and give us that little bit of experience, and that's what we needed.
Now, a couple of years ago, this was our only chance of silverware at this same stage in the 5th round of the FA Cup. This is a big game, a massive hurdle, but a home game against Watford on Saturday, the potential prize in the quarter-final, and then Wembley again, if we can do so this evening. How do you feel it will go tonight?
Well, it just tells you that they're desperate to win the game with the squad that they've brought down. You know, we've made, 8 changes or 9 changes, whatever it is. The bread and butter is obviously us to get promotion in the Championship. So, but it'll be a tough game tonight. You know, I've got a feeling we'll win the game, to be quite honest with you. You know, I think, like Ray just said there, you know, upstairs is that it's cold, it's windy. Well, they fancy it tonight, but then they've got all the big guns on the bench as well to bring on if they're struggling. So, but it'll be interesting. It'll be a good atmosphere. But our bread and butter is obviously to get back in the Premier League, and you know, I'm sure that Arsene Wenger wants to win the FA Cup. They've still got an opportunity of winning the Premier League as well. So that's the threat they've got.
So the million-dollar question then, Dean, how do you feel it's going to go this evening?
I think it'll go to extra time and penalties.
Really?
Well, I never get it right anyway, so I've got to get something right. But I think it'll be a tough game. As you say, if we score first, it could be a hard evening for Arsenal. You know, if we score first, if they score first, you know, then Steve's playing 3 centre halves. Then he's going to have to go score to get an equaliser, and that's when they're dangerous. So, but I'll sit on the fence, and I think it'll go to extra time and penalties, and we'll win on penalties.
Ray, would you agree with that, or are you still an Arsenal lad at heart?
Well, I hope he don't. I've got to do Talk Sport at 6 o'clock, so I hope he don't go to penalties. But look, I thought they defended very. I was at the first game of the Emirates, and I thought they was very well organised. They defended well. They have to do that tonight. They probably have to play like the away team tonight. Play on the break, you know, soak up the pressure. You expect Arsenal to have a lot of the ball like normal, but then when you hit them on the break, you make sure you take your chances. If they do that, you know, it could be a very close game. I just think that the 3 players on the bench could change games. So if they're chasing the goal with half an hour, and he won't want extra time, I promise you now. So I think he will take gambles on that last 25 minutes, half an hour, bring Sanchez on, bring Ozil on, bring Ramsey on. They're the 3. He don't want to use it if he don't have to, but he will use them if he's desperate for a goal. I think it's going to be very close indeed, but I'm going to go with an Arsenal slight win because I think this is the only trophy they can win.
That's very kind of you to just go for that slight win.
But I just want Hull to go up. That's the main priority. Good. And hopefully I can be here next season in the Premier League, you know, when you're playing in the Premier League. That's the most important thing for Hull City this season. It's so competitive, Burnley, Middlesbrough. I'm sure a few of you guys in this room and ladies will be watching that TV, looking at Burnley's result, looking at Borough's result, and hoping they fail tonight because that's the most important thing for you guys.
Well, let's just hope for a cracking game. For now, we'll get you back after the match as well. Please would you put your hands together for our special guest tonight, Ray Parlour. Lovely to see you back. And Dean Windass, of course. Thank you, gentlemen.